Hey everyone, welcome to another free yoga with Eco Warriors Body and Soul. We're lucky enough to still have the sun shining, so we are back outside. And we're going to start today by lying down on our mat. So we're going to come down onto the mat with maybe the soles of the feet together and the knees flopping out to the side. Or if that isn't comfortable, you can place the feet flat on the mat with the knees bent. We're going to place our hands on our belly and just start to bring your awareness to this present moment. So just leaving any thoughts behind and just bringing the awareness to the breath, using the breath to ground us into this present moment. And then just starting to deepen and lengthen your inhale and exhale. Feeling the belly rise with your inhale and fall again with your exhale. And maybe using this time to set an intention, or if you have a personal mantra for today's session. So maybe something that you can use to cultivate on the mat, to take off the mat. Maybe some positive affirmation or something that you can keep coming back to ground yourself to this present moment. We're going to draw the knees into our chest, giving them a hug. And we're going to place the left foot onto the mat, the right foot onto the left thigh. And we're going to draw the knees in towards the chest, taking the hands behind the left thigh. If we want a deeper stretch, we're going to bring the foot a bit further up into the hip crease. We're going to flex the right toes. Breathing there. Being aware of where we're feeling the stretch in the body. And if we notice any tightness or tension, just directing the breath into that space. And not judging any of this tightness or tension, but just being aware of it. And then slowly we're going to release the left foot and the right foot back down to the mat. And take the left foot onto the right thigh, adjusting the foot where you want that. Bringing the knees in towards the chest, taking behind the right thigh. Flexing the left toes. And being aware of any tension, maybe noticing if it's different on one side to the other. Again, without judgment. slowly releasing the legs down, drawing the legs in towards the chest, maybe gently rocking from side to side. And then slowly rocking yourself up. We're going to come into a tabletop position. Really spreading the fingers on the mat. We're going to close the eyes and we're going to do a few rounds of our cat-cow. So as we inhale, we lift the chest and arch the back. And as we exhale, we round the back, draw the chin towards the chest. Just doing a few of these with our own breath, just being really mindful of the movement. Really grounding through the hands, through the tops of the feet. And then coming back to center. I'm going to take a deep inhale through our nose. And as we exhale, we're going to tuck the chin, tuck our toes, and lift our hips to our first downward facing dog. Just finding our downward dog here, just playing around with that alignment. So fingers are really spread, wrist creases in line with the front of the mat. Slight bend in the elbows. Cores engaged, hips are lifting. Slight bend in the knees as we ground the heels down towards the mat. Start to take any movements that you need, so maybe it's stepping up and down or moving the neck from side to side. And then coming back to center, we're going to gaze forward and slowly come to the front of the mat. Take an inhale as you raise your hands up overhead. And exhale into forward bend. Inhale, step the right leg back into lunge. Exhale to plank. Deep inhale. As you exhale, drop the knees, chest and chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, step the right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale into prayer. Inhale up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, step the left leg back. Exhale to plank. Deep inhale. Exhale, drop the knees, chest and chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, engage the core as you step the left foot forward. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale into prayer. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, step the right leg back. Exhale to plank. Deep inhale. As we exhale, drop the knees, chest and chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, step the right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale into prayer. Inhaling up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, step the left leg back. Exhale to your plank. Deep inhale. Exhale, drop the knees, chest and chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, step the left foot forward. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale into prayer. Breathing through the nose. And release the hands down. We're going to take a big step back with our left foot. Our heels are roughly in line and our hips are square on. We're going to bring our hands to a T shape. We're going to take a deep inhale. As we exhale, we're going to reach forward with the right hand, bringing it down to a block if we have one, the mat, maybe taking the big toe with the fingers. Left hand comes up, gazing up to the left hand if we can, grounding the back edge of the foot into the mat, Trikonasana. Really stretching through the fingertips. We're going to gaze down to the right foot, take a bend in our right knee so it comes over our ankle, and bring ourselves up to Warrior Two. We're sinking low with the hips and up with the waist towards the crown of the head. Gaze back to check the left hand, and then gaze towards the right fingertips, broadening through the collarbones, relaxing the shoulders. Deep breaths. Release. Coming to the front of your mat, we're going to take a step back with the right foot this time. Nice wide stance, hips square on, legs straight, only with a little micro bend in the knee if you need to stop that knee from hyperextending. Hands to your T shape, deep inhale and exhale, coming down. Left hand down to the block or to the mat, right hand comes up, rounding the feet into the mat. Breathing. And then gaze down to the left foot, take a bend in the left knee so it comes over our ankle, bring ourselves up, Warrior Two on the other side. Shoulders in line with the hips, grounding the back edge of the foot, gazing to our left fingertips. Sinking down. And then slowly releasing the hands down. We're going to come into a wide stance. Really ground the whole foot into the mat. Be aware that we're not on the edges of our feet. We're going to inhale the arms up, finding that length and space through the body. Deep inhale. And as we exhale, fold from the hips, coming into a forward fold. Hands maybe down to the mat or to a block. We're going to start to walk the hands back, drawing the head down towards the mat. Lifting the hips. Relaxing the head and the neck down. Rolling the hands back to center. We're going to keep our hips facing forward and really bring the awareness into our core. And we're going to take a twist, taking the right arm up, gazing up if we can or down. Deep breaths through the nose. Slowly releasing the right hand down to the mat. Inhale the left hand up, keeping the core engaged, gazing up to the left hand. slowly releasing the left hand down. We're going to shuffle the feet in slightly, turn the feet out, and we're going to sit back into the heels, coming up to a high squat. We're going to sit down into an imaginary chair, bringing the tailbone down, chest is high, and we're going to take a gaze over our right shoulder. Breathing there, still sitting back in the heels. Coming back to center and gazing over the left shoulder. Deep breath. Back to center and slowly coming back up to a standing position on your mat. Coming to the front of the mat. Feet are hip distance apart. We're going to engage the quads, engage the core, and sit down into an imaginary chair, sitting back into the heels again, squeezing the thighs together. We're going to inhale the arms up, coming into a chair posture, shoulders melting down our back as we reach through our fingertips and reach up with the crown of the head. Breathing. Inhale up. Exhale, forward bend. Slowly stepping ourselves into downward facing dog. Our fingers are spread on the mat. Feet hip distance. Lifting through the hips. Deep breath through the nose. We're going to gaze forward as we step our right foot forward and drop our back knee and foot. We're going to inhale the arms up to a low lunge. So really feeling a stretch in our left hip flexor here and reaching up through the fingertips as we melt the shoulders down. Hands come down to the inside of our right foot as we shift the right foot to the edge of our mat and draw the knee towards the right side, coming onto the knife edge of our right foot. Breathing. Maybe staying here for a few more breaths, coming down onto a block, or coming down onto the forearms, relaxing the head and neck down. Being really aware of the stretch, being aware of our own body. Noticing any tension. And just trying to release some of that tension with your breath. And then if we're down on the forearms, we're going to come back up onto the palms. We're going to place our right hand onto our right thigh. We're going to gaze over our right shoulder. And then the right foot comes flat on the mat. Shift the foot back to center, bringing the right hand to the outside of our right foot. We're going to make our way into downward facing dog, taking a few little steps there. Deep breath through the nose. And then we're going to step our left foot forward, drop our right knee and foot, and inhale the hands up to a low lunge. hands come down to the inside of the left foot this time as we shift the left foot to the edge of our mat. Coming onto the knife edge of our left foot, drawing the knee down towards the left. Maybe staying here for a few breaths, coming down onto the block or coming down onto your forearms. Relax the head and the neck. Notice here maybe the differences in both sides. Maybe one side is tighter than the other. And then coming back up onto our palms. We're going to place our left hand onto the left thigh and gaze over the left shoulder. Breathing. And then coming back to center, shifting the foot to center, and coming into our last downward facing dog. Walking it out here. And we're going to drop onto our knees, keeping our knees wide, toes together, and sit back to a child's pose, bringing the hips down towards the heels. Maybe the hands come out in front or by your sides, melting the chest and the head down towards the mat. Finding that length in the spine. And slowly making your way up. We're going to make our way onto our back. We're going to draw the knees in towards our chest. And then for our final posture, we're going to come into our happy baby. So really ground the lower back into the mat. Take the legs up. They're wider than hip distance apart. And we're just gently taking the outside edges of the feet, drawing the knees down towards the mat. Breathing. And then knees in towards the chest. And slowly making our way onto our backs for our final relaxation. So taking a blanket if you need one, and just coming down to lie on your mat. Just gently closing the eyes. Just allowing the feet to flop out to the side. Starting to relax the legs and the hips. Relaxing the hands, the arms and the shoulders. And just relaxing the spine. And then starting to relax the face, the eyes, the nose and the jaw. And our head is light with no thoughts and no worries. Just starting to allow ourselves these last few moments of relaxation. wiggle your toes and fingers. Giving yourself a big stretch as you're waking up from a deep sleep. Taking a deep inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. Drawing the knees in towards your chest. And just gently rolling over onto one side. And pressing into your palm to bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position on your mat with your eyes still closed. And then just bringing your hands together in prayer at your forehead to remind us to have good, loving thoughts, and our lips to remind us to have good, loving words, and our heart center to remind us to have good, loving intentions. Namaste.